Welcome back. This is Ray. Today we're going to be checking out some more camera gear, specifically microphones. Now, this is the second time my friends at Comica sent me out a mic to test. So I want to thank Judith at Comica for sending this out for the channel. Now, this is their latest shotgun microphone, and what is the advantage of a shotgun mic is it focuses the sound coming from you and it isolates most of the sound coming from the sides and behind the mic, and it's meant to give you a cleaner sound. And this mic is meant to go head to head with microphones like the Rode, but at a more budget-friendly cost. So if you're curious how this mic performs in a real-world situation, stick around. We're going to be checking out the Comica CVM-V30. Stay tuned. Okay, so what you're listening to now is just the basic in-camera microphone, and this is a perfect way to test the Comica, because when folks are upgrading, they normally, like I did, start out using the in-camera microphone that I used for years. So the next thing I'm going to do is put the Comica mic on, so just pay attention to how I sound at this basic in-camera mic level, and then we'll see really what the difference is. So stay tuned. Okay, so what you're listening to now is just the basic settings of the Comica mic. What that means is the 10 decibel gain is off, the low cut filter is off, and as I'm looking at the volume levels, I notice that they're below halfway. So in this setting, I don't really like it because it sounds like the volume is too low. I tend to prefer how it sounds with the 10 decibel gain on, because it sounds how a shotgun mic really is supposed to. So just pay attention to how I'm sounding now before I turn on the 10 decibel gain. Stay tuned. Okay, so now you listen to the Comica mic with the 10 decibel gain on. The low cut filter is still off. My voice should sound fuller and higher volume. This is my preferred way of using it. This is how a shotgun mic is supposed to sound, in my opinion. So just pay attention to how I'm sounding now. Next thing I'm going to do is turn the low cut filter on, and stay tuned. Okay, so what you're listening to now is the Comica mic with all the switches thrown. The 10 decibel gain is on. The low cut filter is on, so you should hear less of the bass. It should sound more trebly. There is a refrigerator behind me. I'm curious if it will pick up the hum of that refrigerator also. The next thing I like to do, I think the most important thing, is to take this mic outside in a real world environment and test it in that way, especially a place where maybe there's traffic. And I'm curious if it can, how much it can isolate the sound to the sides and behind it. So the next step we're going to do is take it out in the real world. Let's go. Okay, so this is an ideal real world test of the Comica mic. Right now, you're listening to me through the in-camera microphone. There's a busy road to the left. There's a building to the right with an air conditioner running. You probably hear all these things coming into the mic at once. So what I'm going to do now is put the Comica mic on, and we're going to see how it's able to, how much of this it's able to isolate from the side and just pick up what I got to say. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so right now the Comica mic is on. It has the 10 decibel gain on, and the low cut filter is off. Can you hear, or how much of the traffic can you hear to the left and behind? How much of the air conditioner can you hear, and the ambient sound? That's what I want to know, because I'm not listening to it yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be better than the in-camera mic based on the tests I did at home environment. So if you have to replay it again a couple times, you can, but this is the Comica mic versus the in-camera mic. The wind muff is probably one of the best parts of this kit. There's nothing worse than shooting footage all day and bringing it home and realizing that it's unusable because there's so much wind buffeting in the background. The way this wind muff works is there's a tab on top that says insert here. You want to make sure that tab is on top. You don't have to remove the foam cover from the microphone, but if you do, it'll be a lot easier to slip it on. And this part on the back, you carefully raise it and put it over the controls, and make sure the controls are sticking out the back. And what's going to happen is this wind muff is going to completely cover the microphone, and you'll be able to actually use it in high wind and still hear yourself speaking, and that's something you could never do with the in-camera mic. Okay, so I want to show you something technical about adjusting sound when you're using any kind of shotgun mic. If you notice here as I'm talking, the levels are moving up and down. Not every camera has these levels, but what's important is when you're not talking, you want the levels to be all the way down and not moving. Like that. So in a perfect world, that's what it would be, but it's not always going to happen. You may be standing next to a highway or traffic. So what I recommend is you go into the menu, go to mic level adjust, and turn it down to the point where the ambient sound is not showing. And then you're going to get the cleanest sound. It's not going to be mixing in with the outdoor environment. But the only thing you have to understand is once you turn the levels down, you're going to have to talk louder for the mic to hear you. And as I said, in a real world environment, you're still going to hear some of that background noise, but it's important to know how to tweak it if you need to get the best sound you can. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a directional test to see how this mic handles sound from different directions. I'm talking to you directly into the mic, of course, so next I'm going to move to the side. Now I'm talking to you from the side of the mic, seeing how well it isolates sound from the side. Now I'm moving to the back. I am directly behind the mic now, and I'm curious how it sounds. It should have me very low, but who knows. Coming back around to the side, on the right side of the mic. Now I'm coming back to the front. Let me lock my focus. So yeah, that was the directional test of the mic. Okay, so that is my thorough review of the Comica shotgun mic. I'm going to close out this video with you listening to it. Keep in mind there's a waterfall in this direction. You might be hearing that pick up also, but you shouldn't hear it too loud. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below, and I hope you learned the difference between what a shotgun mic can do compared to the in-camera microphone. And thanks for watching this episode of Ray's Real Reviews, and no matter what mic you choose to shoot on, as always, until next time, keep it real.